Hello, and thank you for coming back. My name's Bill Gibbons, and this is another diary entry. Um, well, I've got my Engelbert Humperdinck albums, one of which, in fact, most of which I have here. I know, it actually means I've got old, because I'm enjoying listening to them. But the fantastic bit is, that's the album we bought our aunt for Christmas about 40 years ago. I think it might have been the double album version, but that is definitely one of them. So I've washed those. Yes, I've washed those. I've got a label clamp that goes over the album, and you just wash it with warm soapy water on a soft sponge. Well, not too warm because it warps the thing. So soapy water. You rinse it with the jet if you've got a jet version, which I have, and then you just towel dry it. When you come to play it, I normally give it a brush with an anti-static brush first, one of them, and they play lovely. I'm really enjoying Engelbert Humperdinck now. I couldn't understand it when I was a kid, but I understand him now. What else is happening? Merlin slept all night on the wardrobe, which is the first time he's done that in months. It seems to have been affected by me giving him some sardines yesterday evening. Very odd behaviour Merlin had yesterday. He's currently sleeping on the bed. And where's the other? Oh, the other two are behind me. Caspi is there, and Tabs is there. He's sitting there looking at me thinking, what's Daddy doing? So I've got the albums. I've ordered some more litter for the boys because I've got a really big litter tray and it's just not deep enough, so I've ordered another bit of litter. Not heard anything back from the council yet. I've had a little play about with the settings on here as well. I've had a look at the YouTube settings, so I've basically adjusted mine to what YouTube recommend. Let's see if this looks any different or sounds any better. I did adjust the sound up, but strangely enough, when I adjusted the sound up, I started getting encoding lag. So I've currently got it set as 160 bits, which doesn't make much more difference after you increase it from that volume up. So I'm leaving it on that just so you get smoother video. What else is happening? Nothing happened really over the weekend. I watched Zulu last night on Amazon Prime, and I noticed there's only a couple of added scenes, mainly in the beginning with the bit with, I think, Stanley Baker in the Zulu encampment. There's a couple of more scenes added in, which I can understand why they cut them out, because it doesn't really add to the story. It's mainly, I think, just for titillation more than anything else, quite literally. It's just a bunch of half-naked women dancing around a bit longer. Well, you don't see that so much in the DVD version that I've got. I'm not sure if there's several different versions of the excuse me, I've been polishing records and that, because on the sleeves I've had to repair the sleeves. One sleeve I had to repair, and then I polished the sleeves to get the grime off. Oh, you should have seen the grime that comes off. But not surprising, I suppose. They are 40 years old, most of them. Yeah, so that's all that's been happening. Not a lot, really. Oh, I noticed last night, I was going through my YouTube Studio bit on my phone, and I noticed that someone accused me of being racist 3 months ago. Zoe Brent, I believe her name was. And it just shows the level of ignorance that she accused me of being racist when I said nothing racist. But because I was speaking out against the BAME community, she thinks that's racist. Well, Zoe, I've got a message for you. You need to look up what racist means. Because telling the truth and reporting your observations is not racist if it actually happens. Just because I say things that the BAME community don't like, let the BAME community prove that what I'm saying is wrong. They can't, because it's my observations at that point in time. So I do not withdraw any comments I said about the BAME community. I still see people walking around in groups, not upholding the lockdown, meeting in groups inside their own place. Yes, I can see people inside their own places. It's called my neighbours. So, Zoe, you may be upholding the full justice of the law personally, but you can't actually say that everyone in the BAME community is. All I said 3 months ago was, it seems to my observation that the majority of people that aren't obeying the lockdown rules are in the BAME community, as opposed to in the white community or the non-BAME community. There should be a name for the non-BAME community. And that is the truth. If you don't like it, then that is your problem, not mine. And that goes for anyone that doesn't like the truth. That's the problem I've had most of my life. I tell the truth. And the fact that leaves a nasty smell in some people's noses isn't my problem. I don't know why that's a problem for them, but it is something they need to look into. Generally, I find that people that don't like the truth are the ones that don't tell the truth. Generally, in my experience, after 54 years. But I am not accusing anyone of not being truthful based on a comment. Anyway, I think I'll cut it short there because I've got cat litter arriving, I think, in a moment. I've still got some albums on order. I've got a soul job lot and a pop job lot coming as well. And the reason I got the pop job lot is because it looks like it's got the K-Tel Hits album that I used to have and threw away. I had a whole bunch of albums from the 1970s. Threw them away because I didn't have a turntable anymore. What a fool I am. And they were looked after as well. Because they were my records. I looked after them. They were in immaculate condition. Apart from the ones that were my sister's. And the reason I got the K-Tel one is it looks like it might be the one with Popcorn on by Hot Butter. I hope it is. That I used to play that to death, that one track. If I remember rightly, it was the very last track, the inside track on the first side, I think it was. And I just used to keep putting it back and playing it and putting it back and playing it. I might just record it this time, so I don't have to keep playing the same track over and over again. But it is a nice tune. But there we are. I'm going to love you and leave you. I did say I'd keep it down to under 10 minutes, so thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe and comment. Or don't like and leave a comment. My comments are reviewed, so anything racist or hurtful or spiteful doesn't get published. I decide what gets published. If it's non-controversial, I think it automatically gets published. But if there's anything with dodgy words in or hyperlinks, it won't get published. Thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.